Hi, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but if it does, I'd like to talk to you about what I've been doing since lockdown. I normally see my clients in person, but because of the restrictions, I've had to do more work online. And I knew I could do hypnotherapy online, which I've done before, but I also did past life regression, and it's not something I really use because it's not actually therapy, but I thought, well, I'm more restricted in what I can do, so why not? It's another option. But what I found is the incredible insights people get from it. I wasn't expecting it. It's the client I've worked with recently, she had 3 sessions with me, and she herself said, well, yeah, it's just a bit of fun, just curiosity, and that's the way I viewed it. But what it's actually done is it's just so profound. I'm quite blown away with it, to be honest. When she had the first lifetime, and I won't go into all the details of her experiences, obviously I won't talk about her and her details, confidentiality, but what came about was a feeling of guilt to do with a particular person in the first experience when she went back. It was centuries ago, and with a man, and she wasn't involved with him in a relationship, but she had feelings and there was a lot of guilt, and that related back to somebody in her present life. Because what I do is I don't just randomly do past life regression. If somebody's got an objective, then I will work on that, and I will talk to the unconscious about that objective and let the unconscious go in that direction. So her objective really initially was, well, I've met people in this lifetime and I feel I know them. It's not like she recognises their face or anything, it's just that feeling of, I know you, but I haven't necessarily met you in this lifetime. It's not like you went to school with that person or worked with them or anything like that. It doesn't maybe happen to everyone. I understand that. Some people you meet in life and you just feel like more on a soul level, you kind of know them. You can't explain it, and I think that's where the curiosity came from. But anyway, so what I would do before I will regress that person back to a life that their unconscious goes to, I will not tell anybody where it's going to go. That's not down to me. I will let their unconscious go back to a particular time that's going to be relevant to them. So if their objective is to make connections with people in this life and the past life, I'll also suggest that. And it's just so fascinating. We never know what's going to happen. Even if my client preempts what's going to happen, it doesn't. And often they will come back and say, wow, I never expected that. It just blows me away. I cannot explain how profound it is. Anyway, the second session, she was another female, another country. Again, the first one was a different country as well, hot country. People don't always know exact country. We think it might be in Africa by the description. It doesn't really matter. But so this second one, it related to a relationship in this lifetime, but the person, of course, looks different. They don't look the same, but it's more with this particular person, it was more feeling, and it's a similar pattern in this previous life to what's the relationship in this present life. And just so profound, I can't explain it. I would love to go into more detail, maybe one day I will. In fact, I'm thinking of writing a book. It's just blown me away. I mean, I find doing therapy work blows me away, but this, I really haven't expected it to be like it is, and how it can clarify things in this person's life and give them such an insight into themselves. And the third session today was actually, this client of mine, she's female, she actually was a male. Quite surprised her, looking at her feet and hands, like, oh, they're big, I'm wearing trousers, but I feel like a female. And eventually it was a man in a previous life called James, and I won't go into all the details, but very happy lifetime. And this is something else that I do to protect people. I get them to visualize safety around them. I ask their unconscious to go back to something positive, maybe something they learn from it that's going to help them in some way in this life. And I think that's very important to instruct the unconscious in this positive way. And even though this client experienced the death of these particular past lives, it's okay, and it can be emotional and cathartic, and that's fine. You know, the person comes back and they feel okay about it. And the important thing is, when I do that, when this happens, I make sure this person can float above, so they become more their observing self rather than in the first person. So it's all very safe. You won't experience death as if it happened in the past life. You can disassociate. But I just found the whole experience for myself, just being an observer of it and just seeing the wonderment for people to experience. It's like nothing else, no other job, to be part of that. Anyway, if you're ever interested in exploring this, I'll just say keep an open mind. It's fascinating. Now, like I say to everyone, I can't prove whether you or any of us have had past lives. I keep my mind open. I definitely think there's possibility, and the absolute detail these people go into is incredible. And they seem to know more or less what lifestyle. They know it's a long time ago, but the details are incredible. What I do is I write down, as I'm talking to them, the relevant details, you know, the names of people or the places, anything they pick up on, I record it in that sense. Okay, but I'd suggest go for it. It's very safe. If you've not experienced, just have the experience of it, even as a one-off. It's, I say, it's more than just a curiosity. I mean, that might be your intention, but I've this person's really had, I've seen profound insights into their life now and how it relates and how it can be a learning experience. But that is something I talk to the unconscious about, that it is a learning experience for them in some way, and they come back with something that's going to be an insight and positive and beneficial for them. And I think that's very important, to have that intention. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and please give it a go with someone you trust. I always do a free consultation beforehand, and I'm working online, and I can assure you working online is just as effective as in person. It's quite that surprised me, actually. I didn't think it would be, but it is. So yeah, if you want to explore, at least keep your mind open to the possibility. Okay, thanks very much for watching.